Coexisting with Rob and Maggie contains explicit content and is intended for mature audiences, mainly because Maggie will drop F-bombs and I will make sexual innuendos or jokes. Also, Rob nor Maggie should be considered mature.
Playing football at West Canaan may have been the opportunity of your lifetime, but I don't want your life. That is from the 12-time Oscar Academy Award-winning film Varsity Blues. Yes. So there you go.
You know, one day I'm gonna recognize a quote that you do at the beginning of the show, because up until now I've recognized none of them because, like, I suck at movies, obviously. And apparently, Rob and I watched different movies.
Well, usually my movies are like end in like 2 to 3 minutes. But I know what you're talking about now. Like, you're talking about full feature length ones.
Yes, not special
ones that involve the ones that involve a black leather couch and talking about trying to find talent. Gotcha.
We're not even 2 minutes in.
That's what she said. But anyways, guys, welcome to Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. It is Friday, October 24th. We are 1 week away from Halloween, but as Soupy mentioned, that movie is made Ali Larder memorable. It sure did. Anyways, guys, welcome to Coexisting again. We got a lot to talk about today. We're going to break down WWE Raw. We're going to talk some SmackDown. We're going to talk AEW Wrestle Dream. And then we're going to give you some NXT Halloween Havoc predictions. And we have a Cooper effect this week also that we will be discussing. But as I start every show, Maggie, how you doing?
So listen, I tried to go pant shopping this week. Emphasis on the try. So I feel like I've talked to I feel like I've been pretty vocal about me trying desperately to start wearing jeans that the Gen Z generation is wearing. It's this, because I was used to wearing skinny jeans before, and I learned to wear skinny jeans really, really hard, because before that, stop it.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Before that, during my early 20s and my teenage years, I wore huge baggy pants, because we listened to a lot of new metal and hip hop, which is something that we're going to talk about during the Cooper Effect later on. And of course, I wore baggy jeans all the time. And then I was like, okay, it's time for me to start wearing skinny jeans. And then I started wearing skinny jeans. And now the baggy pants are back. And I'm like, why did I throw all my baggy pants away? All of them. And now I have to buy all the brand new ones. So I don't know if you guys know or if you remember, because I mention this all the time. I'm really short. I'm 5'1". I'm really, really, really short. So all the pants that I have are shortened. I buy them because they're obviously made for Titans and Amazons and huge people. Because, what normal people do is that we reach the appropriate amount of height and then we just stop, okay? You guys, the rest of you giants, just, that's not normal. So even, the ankle-high skinny jeans, I have to shorten them so that they can be regular size jeans for me, all the time. So apparently, because like I went to a store and I was like, okay, these pants are really good. They also, what's happening?
I just need to ask a question. I didn't even know they
Sure,
had
interrupt
the
me.
jeans in Bulgaria.
Okay, stop it. Ryan's not here, right?
Yeah,
Are
actually
you
is.
filling in
Yeah, he's here. So I'll
costumes?
get
We
to.
need to talk. Okay, Rob and I need to discuss this later.
Yeah,
Rob,
yeah.
please remember. Please remember, because we obviously need to do costumes. Yes. So, like as I was saying, um, where was I? Oh, yeah. Okay. So I went to a store and I liked a pair of jeans, and I'm like, okay, so these even look like the appropriate, length of jeans. And then I put them on, and they were short. And for a couple of seconds, I was so puzzled. And then I remembered that, the Gen Z generation, because they're weird, not only do they wear baggy pants, but a certain type of baggy pants, they wear ankle high, especially the women. I'm talking about women's jeans, which is okay. Let's put on a long pair of pants but still get sick because our ankles are bare. That's the most Gen Z thing in the world. So let's put on clothes, but so we can get sick and not go to school. So I was like, yeah, okay. It's because the jeans are really good. It sucks that they're short, but finally something is short on me. That's never happened before. That's fucking absolutely never have happened before. I also have a question. If you are still in the chat, because we had a comment from Love Wrestling. Is this Spencer? This is a very specific question. Spencer, is this you? Or is this this is very important. This is a very important question. He knows why.
Okay.
And I will not be discussing this unless he tells me it's fine.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, guys, hi. This is a wrestling show. It's not a fashion. Oh,
It is Spencer.
hi, sweetie. Okay, and I got red. Okay, this is I'll tell Rob later, but like I will not tell our audience unless he's okay with it. Guys, hi, this is a wrestling show. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a lot to discuss actually. We on this rare occasion, we are gonna be discussing NXT, Halloween Havoc. We rarely get a chance to talk about NXT unless I get to rant about it a lot. Thanks for joining us. Please leave a thumbs up on this video. It's the most direct way in which you can support Rob and I. Also, it helps with the awful algorithm. Also, leave a comment below after the video is done. Also, it helps with the algorithm. If you'd like to even more directly support us, you can send a super chat. It's the bottom of the YouTube live chat, the little dollar sign. Or if you're watching on any other platform, you can send a humper chat at humperchats.com. It makes us keep a little bit more of the proceeds because Rob and I are poor. We will be talking about this also later on in the show. Thank you so much for being here, and please subscribe to Fightful Select on Patreon. Our bread and butter, you guys know the drill. A lot of schools before pay-per-views, a lot of rumor killers. Discord, Bryn is so much hoping that I join Discord. Please, sweetie, this is just another social media that I will not be able to be on. Like, I struggle enough with Twitter or X or whatever. And Instagram, I love Instagram, by the way. This is my safe place. Instagram is colorful and pretty and awesome. Sadly, I use Facebook and Messenger because that's still a thing in Bulgaria. So, and Viber and WhatsApp. I deal with a lot of social media. I don't need another platform that I'm not on. Sweetie, I love you to death. Please don't make me join Discord. So yeah, the Fightful Select's Discord is probably the best feature ever, and you get to directly ask Sean about a bunch of stuff. So that's That's a plus also. Please also subscribe to this very channel, Fightful Overbook. We have a lot of cool stuff. Do you want us to get into the show, Robert?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's talk a little. Should we start?
Yes, let's start with SmackDown.
Okay, thank you.
Let's start with SmackDown. Okay, so Cody and Drew. You will rarely hear me say this, but I love this. And it's something concerning Cody, and I love this. Because I kind of feel like it showed a completely different part of Cody, something that, you know, a way more intriguing and interesting, that and this is pretty much the only thing I've been begging them to do. Show me something different from Cody that is absolutely not stupid baby face, I'm here for the people and everything. This is so boring. So this part of Cody that we saw on last week's SmackDown, this is what I've been begging for. So now could we just turn him heel and I'll be even more interested. So what happened was it was a match against Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu was set as a #1 contenders match by Nick Aldis. And but Jacob Fatu was attacked backstage. And Cody was pretty determined that he was attacked by Drew McIntyre. And he was really angry. And he was pissed, and they started fighting in the crowd. And then all of a sudden, a wild match appeared between Cody and Drew. And I don't know, was it officially for the WWE Championship? Because
I don't
said so.
believe so.
Okay, you don't believe so. Okay, that's
I
fine.
Don't. I don't recall.
I don't recall. I don't recall, because Cody said it was going to be for the championship, but then nothing happened. Because listen up, guys. Cody started this match with his street clothes, and by street clothes I mean his 3-piece suit and everything. And this is what grabbed my attention immediately, because he was so pissed, and this felt real. His emotions felt real. And you know the stupid wrestling thing that a wrestler comes to cut a promo to the ring with his ring gear, when he's widely known to not wear ring gear unless he's wrestling. This is like women who accompany someone to the ring and they normally wear high heels, but if they're wearing flats or wrestling shoes, you immediately know that they're going to get involved in a match. This is something like that. But I didn't see it coming, because again, Cody was wearing everything, man, like his shirt and his tie and his vest and like a coat and everything. And then he wrestled that way. I love this. You saw a certain amount of passion from Cody that I was begging them to show. Begging them. What did you think? Because apparently, because I fucking hate Cody, bro. Up until this point, apart from the time where I was hoping that he would dethrone Roman, and then we got that horrible year between the two past WrestleManias that he didn't dethrone Roman, but then it was next year and he had to jump through hoops and everything. I kind of got ruined for me when it comes to that. But this is I saw a way different side of Cody, and this is probably why I liked it so much. I don't know how it felt for you, because you don't have that hatred for Cody like I do. So tell me how you felt about this segment.
I thought it was good. It was original for once. It felt like something new. And I mean, even though we've seen Cody and Drew before, we saw, like you said, we saw more passion from Cody. We saw more we saw him in a just different light, it felt like. And he was pretty much tired of Drew, and he just kind of like had enough. So it was very interesting to see. I thought it was a A+ segment, which is pretty good to see on a Friday night, because sometimes we don't get much. We don't get much on SmackDown sometimes. So last week's was pretty solid.
Yes.
And I like the direction they went with it. I'm kind of curious to see how long they go with Cody and Drew, because I have a feeling that we're going to see, and I think I'm not the only one predicting this, but it's a matter of time before we see Randy Orton turn on Cody Rhodes, I think.
Okay,
So,
this was the question that I was about to ask you. Who do you think attacked Jacob Fatu?
well, I saw people think it was Cody, and I like that. I like that people put that out there, but I do think it was Randy Orton.
Yeah, I would like it better if it were Cody, because like fuck yes, but it kind of makes it for now, because they've been slow burning this so much. Cody and Orton. Every time Orton saves Cody, or vice versa, and Orton just eyeballs that championship before handing it to him, and it doesn't make a big deal out of it. Neither of them do. They're just blue balling us right now. When it comes, yeah. Why does it pop you so much every time I say that?
Because I'm just not really expecting you to say blue balls. So I guess
Because I don't have any.
No, I'm a child. We should know this by now.
You are a child, yes. This is why we are not considered mature.
Yes.
Yes.
By many people.
By all means. But something else happened on SmackDown too. Ilya Dragunov returned. And I kind of knew. I told you and Doc that this was what was rumored. It was in no way reported by. I wouldn't have spoiled it anyway for anyone, because let's not do that. Even if it was reported that he was backstage, I don't think that we would have said anything about it. So he answered Sami Zayn's United States Open challenge, because Miz wanted to take that opportunity, of course, but he was attacked on the ramp by Carmelo Hayes. So this will still be continuing. Of course, we had no blowout from the previous time that it happened. I don't know where they're planning to do that match, but I kind of feel like the match is going to be really awesome between Carmelo Hayes and Miz. During the past, 4 to 5 years, and probably longer, Miz has proven to be a really, really important part of wrestling. I understand why people are annoyed with the Miz, because his entire persona is this, and it's working, obviously. But people are sleeping on Miz. The guy obviously knows what he's doing in the ring. A ring general, he can carry new wrestlers, and I don't know, because we were talking about the Miz vortex, like the Jericho vortex over at AEW back in the day. I don't know if this it's not Miz's fault. I don't think it is, because they gave them no clear path in which we can sink our teeth into. So they're definitely having a match. I don't know when they're planning to do it. I know for certain I'll be really excited to watch it. But because Miz was attacked by Carmelo Hayes on the ramp, Sami had no opponent, and then Ilya Dragunov came back. I screamed, again, alone in my apartment on my couch. Early in the morning before work with my tea, I screamed on my couch.
Sorry, say that again?
Alone on my couch drinking my tea.
Okay. I thought you said something completely different, but...
Why?
No, I'm not trying to be funny. I just thought you said something. I thought it's okay. Just keep going. It's nothing funny.
Okay.
I just thought you said something
It's
else.
nothing. Okay.
I misheard. That's all.
That's fine. So I was really excited because I missed Ilya Dragunov immensely. And then he came back, and now all of a sudden, like a minute later, I was like, well, now I bummed out because like he's gonna lose to Sammy. And I don't want him to lose to Sammy because like that's his first match back, and he's definitely not winning the championship. And then Solo Sikoa came out for this, to provide a distraction for Sammy, and I was like, what the hell is happening here? And Dragunov won the championship. And then I started screaming again. I was like, what the hell is happening here? I don't like I'm so mixed with it. Like my emotions are all over the place because tell me someone who predicted that this will happen and I'll show you a liar. And this is something that we don't normally get on SmackDown. You said it yourself before that. We never talk about SmackDown ever, like at all. And of course, later on, the MFTs attacked and they were confronted by the White Six. So this was kind of a mess at the end because it started with Miz and Mello fighting on the ramp, and then Ilya Dragunov came. And then Solo Sikoa provided distraction. Sami Zayn lost the championship. Dragunov won the championship. And then the MFTs attacked, and then White Six confronted them. And it was kind of all over the place, but it is still something that is eventful. Again, we never talk about SmackDown, and now we're talking about SmackDown for like 15 minutes, which is, something awesome. Tell me everything that you felt when Dragunov came back.
Well, the first thing is when I saw Dragunov, I was like, well, I know one person who's going to be pretty damn happy, and that's Maggie. I actually sent a DM to Chris Mueller. I go, well, we know one person's happy. But that's the thing. Like, Dragunov's great. We already know this. He's a fantastic wrestler, and I'm glad they put the title on him so fast. I like that. I do wonder what this will do with Sami Zayn. But the one thing I hope more than anything that they keep this open challenge going, because open challenges are exciting. Even if it's somebody that you don't want it to be, like at least they're coming out there, like it gets just somebody, and it's a good way to get new talent in the door in a way, like people that don't get much TV time. You get them out there, even if they lose, they're getting their face out there. So, that's a good thing. I just hope they continue to make it interesting. If they do continue the open challenge, that's really all I hope. I'm glad to see Dragunov back. Like I said, he's a great wrestler, fantastic wrestler, and that's the biggest thing that I would have to say. But I like that they put the title on him. I think he's great. You already know that though.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what direction they go with it. Like, how long will he hold this title? Who will be the one that takes the title off of him? Because I thought there was potential. I thought there was the potential chance. I guess chance is a better word, that Carmelo Hayes would be the one that would take that title off of Sammy. But the fact that they went with Ilya was a surprise, but a nice surprise. And I also did not, to an extent, think Sammy would lose it this quick either. But
yeah.
But I am curious to see where they go. I mean, the way I look at it is, I still have Sami Zayn being right now a very early favorite to win the Royal Rumble. Right now, that's just my early prediction, but we shall see.
So you're absolutely right about one thing about the open challenges. Those absolutely we need to keep doing those. Ilya Dragunov is such an important representation for the European wrestling scene. and people like Gunther and Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, and shockingly, all of them are from NXT UK, which I miss immensely. And it really goes to show you that they have that faith in Ilya Dragunov so much that they gave him the championship the moment he came back. I hope so much that they don't pull out a WWE and just ruin everything. Everything. Yeah. Yes, I hope so. And I'm not sure how I feel about Sami Zayn being thrown back into the Soul Sikoa and MFT thing. Because I kind of feel like it's been going on forever. I know we've hit a pause on it for like quite some time. But like I could have gone without that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happens there. But hopefully, fingers crossed, the United States Open challenges continue being a thing. You're right.
Well, before I forget, we do have Ryan Sullivan super chat. He says next week costumes. We will talk about it.
Yes, Rob and I will discuss this. I really, really, really want to do something with my face, but I don't know if I'll have the time or not, because next week the show will be on earlier for me because our daylight savings is tomorrow, on this week, and your guys is next week. So
yeah, the 4th, I think, or whatever, or the Sunday 2nd. After Halloween. Yeah.
So I won't have time to get ready. I really wanted to do a sleep token mask thingy, so I will not be having time for that.
You can make one on your day off. That way you just put it on.
Yeah, sure, because who needs to sleep on their day off if they're a bartender?
Well, I'm just saying.
Do you know how much time it takes to make a sleep token mask? Or some of you can overnight me an original one, and I'll be wearing it throughout the entire show. I promise you guys. Just, for the next week, make sure that I get it in my mail.
Okay.
Send us your super chat, guys. Because that's, way, way, way more easier than that.
Yeah.
Yes, Dragunov versus Sami was an amazing match, because I was there watching the match and I'm like, they're giving this some time. And I've loved the fact that almost every US Open Challenge match finished with Sami Zayn pinning the other person with a Blue Thunder Bomb. Because I feel like every one of us has been begging Sami Zayn to pin someone with a Blue Thunder Bomb, because first of all, that move is really, really great. And if you're a wrestler like Takeshita or Sami Zayn, which means you're absolutely wonderful at what you do, you execute that move even more great. So how can it be not a finisher? So he did that. And then when Ilya Dragunov kicked out of that, it was a big deal. It immediately made Ilya Dragunov even bigger than that. And I was like, okay. So they immediately put him over by him kicking out of the Blue Thunder Bomb. And then he won the match. And I'm like, what else can I? What? Yes. It was really good. Really, really good.
Yeah.
Guys, if you haven't watched SmackDown, if you can, just go out of your way and just Matthew, what? Myth propaganda. The dude is an awesome worker. The fact that he's annoying on the screen just makes you, the...
Yes. Okay, so they moved where to go? I just had it. Cody and Drew will now be on Saturday night's main event. So
sure,
that's
I'm pretty sure that Carmelo Hayes and Miz could be on Saturday night main event too.
Maybe. I mean, I could see that, but it just I'm always worried since granted, it's not a big deal to me, but I'm always worried about I guess even with when SmackDown was on Fox, I always worry about the timeout for Saturday night's main event because of like what they did to Goldberg, even though I'm okay with what they did to Goldberg. I worry about the fact that like in a way I don't want Cena to be the last thing going off on Saturday night's main event because I don't want his time cut whatsoever.
Oh yeah,
that's just me thinking out of the blue here. So today is National Kangaroo Day.
But by the way, thank you, Zach Sweetie. So is this we're talking about the animal kangaroo, right? That's not a euphemism for something else.
Yeah, he's talking about the animal kangaroo. I don't know.
Okay, I just need to be sure. Okay, kangaroos are awesome.
Oh, okay. It's only streaming now, so it won't air on NBC. I did not know that. I thought it was on NBC still. Interesting.
Well, if you use nordvpn.com/Fightful, you can stream it on different platforms if you want. Subscribe.
Oh, that's right, because they have Big Ten football. That's why they're not. Who is your favorite Big Ten football team, Maggie?
You're always setting me up for failure.
I know that.
What did you say before football team? 10 what?
Big Ten, like it's a college football conference.
College football, even more oblivious about.
I know that's why I asked you.
So
that's why I asked you because I knew you wouldn't have a clue.
Thank you for setting me up for that, sweetie.
Here.
Damn it! So
Scott George says Nebraska.
Yeah,
just say Nebraska.
No, I will never root for Hill. I'm not gonna say that. You know that I'm biased when it comes to football, and because I don't understand anything about football, I just root for the Vikings because you root for the Vikings. I will never root for the Packers.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. I will never also root for the Bengals also because
of Sean. What are your thoughts on the Dolphins?
The Dolphins. Is this a real team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Where are they from?
Miami.
Oh yeah, the Miami Dolphins. That sounds.
Yeah.
I have no opinion. This is my first time discussing the Miami Dolphins. Okay.
There's a chance that my older brother's listening to this show today, so that's why I wanted to ask. That's his favorite team. So the fact that you said that makes me really happy. So, Dave, if you're listening, there you go.
Is this a regular occurrence? People born and live. Where does he live?
He lives in California, but he's a Miami Dolphins fan because he was dropped on his head. That's me taking.
But he was born. Where was he born?
Near in Stockton, California.
In California, okay. So it makes
California
sense now. It makes sense now. Okay. But it's so he's born in California, but he's rooting for the other side.
Yeah, like I said, he was dropped on his head. It's okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is this a regular occurrence? You being born somewhere and live there and root for a totally different team from a way, on the other side.
Some people are like that. I don't remember why he chose the Dolphins, but
are they good?
They were when he was a kid,
and that's probably why.
Yeah, it is more than likely. But like I said, he was dropped. It's okay though.
But listen, the last season Vikings didn't do much. Didn't do pretty well. So, and you're still rooting for them. So
they made it to the playoffs.
I don't care. That's
thank you. This year they're not doing well at all. So
this
year, they make me want to drink again. So there's that.
Okay, the only thing that's left now is for you to ask me about basketball or baseball. That's
Okay. How do you think the Dodgers will do against the Toronto Blue Jays in the World Series?
hopefully the Blue Jays
This
win because I'm rooting for Canada.
Canada. Blame Canada.
Blame
Blame
Canada. Blame Canada.
Okay.
I will always
All right.
pick Canada.
Canada. Canada.
This is probably the longest football talk we've ever had.
Yeah, and now we're talking baseball. But we should probably get back to wrestling since that's what people are listening to us for.
Yeah, this is a wrestling show.
I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This isn't
Scott says,
SP3 and Jeremy talking about basketball for like 2 hours. Out in the weeds.
No. Yeah, in the weeds. But, yeah. Anyways, Maggie, let's you want to move on to Raw, or did you want to?
Yes, Raw.
Okie
Yeah.
dokie.
So a bunch of stuff happened. Let me just summarize it. First of all, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee are your new tag team champions. So Rob has this thing. He messages me and says, and he's talked about this on our show. He said, every time AJ Styles wins on Raw, I consider Raw a good show. Granted, he was losing for like 15 years on Raw.
Yeah,
I'm exaggerating for dramatic effect. Please bear with me. Yeah, he was losing, a bunch, and then all of a sudden, he won the tag team championships from the Judgment Day, and I did not see this coming because I didn't think that they were gonna pull this off. And I was in my kitchen, washing my tea kettle because I drank my tea, and then I had my back turned for like obviously 3 seconds, and AJ Styles picked up the win, and the referee counted to 3, and I hear and new tag team, and I'm like, they fucking what? They did they. So I had to, I stopped washing my tea kettle. I turned off the water, returned to my living room, and then paused, hit reverse so I can see everything that I missed. And I'm like, the fuckers pulled it off. They actually did it. They put a championship on AJ. And like now, AJ Lee is tag team champions.
Yeah. I love that. I love the segment they had when they were trying to figure out a name, like AJ Lee. No, I think that's taken or something. I love that.
Yeah,
that was great.
that was pretty great. It was gonna be really, really good if they had that segment before AJ came back. This was gonna be an amazing Easter egg. But I'm so fucking happy about that. And I was like, I'm so sure that Rob is so over the moon about this, and he was dying to talk about it. But like, Rob never spoils anything for me, which I adore you, sweetie. Thank you for not spoiling this for me. A wonderful, wonderful thing.
One thing I wanted to add was something Brent said. She goes, when the PLEs moved to ESPN, I believe NBC Universal deal was redone for Saturday night's main event to be streaming only to replace Peacock's PLEs that they lost. So
Bryn is helping us even without us hitting the alarm.
Mm-hmm. Corey says, I can't believe AJ Lee became champion in 2025.
Me too, man. I'm so happy. This was great. Yes, but please talk about your emotions.
Of AJ winning that title, you know me, I was very, very excited, very happy. It automatically made Raw good in my book, so which is nothing new. But what started like that Raw was good. Like it's weird when you get multiple Raws that are good in a row. What I liked, I was ready to go off, and I'm moving on from the AJ talk now because the way the show started, I was about to lose my shit because the way they were doing this, they were bringing They were going to do a battle royal, and before they went to their first commercial break, on the promo ad, they showed Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed on like part of the match, and I was like, well, they have to fix this. They can't be in this match. That was my mind. Like, they cannot be in this match, because otherwise that's setting a precedent. Because if you take the champion out and you're going to do this, you're going to basically set a precedent out for anybody. The president, man, easy for me to say, is you can put basically anybody can take a champion out, then they're going to just make a battle royal or a tournament, and then you get to be part of it. Why would anybody not do that? You know what I mean? Like, it would just make pandemonium. That's why I liked what Pierce did afterwards and said they're not in it. Granted, that was because of Paul Heyman's own, or it was because of Braun Breaker's own doing, but they worked around it. They took him out of it, and I like that. I really like that they were not in this match.
So you're saying that, yeah?
Well, I know that some people don't like that Jey Uso was put in it, because I get it. I think that tells us right now that Jay's not going to win this match against CM Punk. It tells me that CM Punk's going to win the title. But I also think, I'm kind of wondering, are we getting another Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso feud? What is going on here? That's kind of what I'm wondering about. But I think the biggest thing is if it would have been Braun Breaker, like if they did put him in, I'd be like, damn, now I'm kind of wondering, like, what are they doing? But now this tells me that CM Punk's going to win this match. He's going to be the new champion. And that's deserving. I think he deserves his title, because I just think that's the way to go for now.
Okay, so about your initial thought. So does this mean that when anyone comes back or comes out and attacks the champion, then shouldn't get a championship match?
Yeah, that's how I feel.
But like, that's wrestling for the past decade.
I know it is. That's exactly what it is, and it's annoying. But I liked how they finally did not like set it out that way.
But like, listen, when it comes to WWE, at least right now, they've said it themselves on multiple occasions that wins and losses don't matter, and they obviously don't matter because Jey Uso won. Fucking damn it! So what is the best way in which you can determine who challenges for the championship when you don't have rankings? Because that was the thing when AEW started. So you don't have rankings. Wins and losses don't matter. How do you determine who?
What I'm saying is if they lose the title because of it, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they attack them,
vacate.
They have to vacate the title. The person that cost them the reason why they have to vacate it, I don't think the person that is the reason they had to vacate should be getting a title shot. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Like, I understand. Yeah,
I completely understand your point of view, but if Adam Pearce knows his job, and I'm agreeing with you, by the way, but if he sees Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed as the future for WWE, like Seth did, he would be stupid not to include them in the Battle Royal. But I understand what you mean, because it's only logical. You know, it's if you get rid of the champion, and if you're solely responsible for the champion in kayfabe, if you're solely responsible for the champion not being champion and being hurt and everything, and not being a part of the company, the pay-per-views, the premium live events, whatever, and the signings and the media and everything, you should be punished for that, because otherwise you're rewarding bad behavior, which is something that a general manager should never do. But here's the thing. Sean brings this up a lot on the post show. Why is Adam Pearce always letting Judgment Day go out for their matches with someone else from the Judgment Day ringside when they're obviously going to get involved? If you're Adam Pearce, why are you continuing letting them do that? Which is the other logical, question, because if you're going to be a responsible general manager and someone who has, I don't know, logic, like you just said, because what you just said it has makes sense. This doesn't make sense. And it's like someone should bring this up. Just saying. So what happened, let me just, specify. So Pearce stripped Seth of the championship because he wasn't clear to compete. He had shoulder surgery and everything. So he set up a battle royal to determine who faces Punk for crowning, the next champion. But Braun wanted him to say please. So then Pearce did. He left the ring. Paul Heyman said that the vision had nothing to do with Seth. He called him a bum shoulder bitch, which was so great. so great. I do want to, talking about this, I do want to, just for a quick second, I want to shout out Maxine. Who had Dupree. With each and every match, I am more and more impressed with Maxine. And Becky Lynch is a wonderful dance partner for her at this specific state of her in-ring competition, journey. Everyone's talking about her wonderful counter to the disarmer or the cross-arm breaker. The counter that she did, no one has ever countered the cross-arm breaker like Maxine did. It was so innovative. And it was something that she was obviously comfortable doing because this is her thing. She's agile, she's flexible, she's, everything. So stoked, man. It was so good. And then Becky, she wanted to run away with the championship, which the exact same thing happened with the men's IC championship, but that's, totally different story. So Becky calls the DQ by hitting Maxine with the belt. So she lost a second straight match against Maxine Dupree. I mean, she's still champion, but she caused disqualification. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because of the backstage segment that Paul Heyman had with Becky Lynch. Were you so stoked about the segment like I was? Because
I loved it.
I loved it. So, this is reasons like this are the points I like to make about Becky being probably one of the best ever to do it.
Yeah.
I felt like.
What? I'm just going to add, I think Becky, and maybe I'm in the minority here, I don't know. I think Becky Lynch is 10 times a better face than she is a heel. That's just my opinion.
I probably tend to agree with you, but like 51% to 49%, because she's ridiculously good as a heel, but I just desperately want to cheer for her. That's it. I just want to cheer for her. The way that segment was built backstage with Becky and Paul Heyman, I legitimately 100% believe that she hated Paul Heyman's guts during that segment. And Paul Heyman was so good, but he's always good. Okay? Like, Paul Heyman may have said a bunch of questionable stuff in the past, which I 100% do not agree. and my personal respect for Paul Heyman, the man, and the wrestling manager are going lower and lower. But we're talking about the persona that he's displaying on our televisions. This was absolute fire, because I really wanted to be prepared and have the exact quote that Becky Lynch said, because it was so good. But I just couldn't. I forgot to have it in front of me. And she basically tried to saying that Seth never believed in Paul Heyman. He just used him. And whatever Nippo baby he will cling on to next, that Seth is gonna kill them. And so, and I 100% believe that Becky believes that. This was amazing, absolutely amazing. So yes, Nick Aldis did remove the Bronze Stars from the Battle Royal. He made Paul Heyman say please.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Heyman did say please, but Adam Pearce still said no. And backstage, Braun and Bronson demanded an explanation from Paul Heyman. They wanted to know why they're not a part of, the Battle Royal. And then another interesting thing happened. Paul Heyman started lecturing them about history. And at the end of the day, this was pure gaslighting. Gaslighting at its finest. And I'm just standing there watching, and I'm like, this is my favorite soap opera.
Yeah.
And this has so much layers to it. And I personally, I know that they had the rug pulled under their feet because of the Seth injury. We're still shocked because the previous injury was a ruse, but this one isn't. This is the boy who cried wolf. By the way, just don't fake injuries and pretend that they're real. It's I'm gonna miss Seth so much. By the way, everyone here knows that I'm a Seth girly. Both Seth Rollins and Seth Cohen from Orange County. So all Seths are amazing. Even the one from Egypt. So the Battle Royal happened. So Jimmy saved Jay from being eliminated, and then Jimmy eliminated LA Knight and him to win the Battle Royal. So I don't know if this was a bad decision or not. I immediately think that it was kind of a bad decision, because Jay was the one that got pinned last week from Punk, for Punk to win that match and become number one contender for the championship.
Yeah.
So, this is a straight out 50-50 booking thing. I agree that in my eyes, this has to mean that CM Punk is winning the championship. I don't know. I don't know if this is the best thing, because the story was CM Punk winning the championship from Seth himself. This was, the story. I don't know how they pivot, or I don't know what happens when Seth comes back. I mean, CM Punk has to be champion. But the stupid thing is, I kind of felt like they were building towards CM Punk winning the Royal Rumble and challenging Cody Rhodes for the championship. I thought that this was where they're going. But for that to happen, Jay must win the championship. So I don't know what to think here. Like, everything can happen. I definitely think that Jey Uso becoming a champion once again would definitely be a choice. But CM Punk winning the championship and maybe losing it and then challenging Cody by winning the Elimination Chamber could also be a thing, so that Sami can win the Royal Rumble, which is going to be in Saudi Arabia, right? Yes?
Yep. It's going to be a Riyadh, I believe.
So this is, I don't know what this leads to. Again, Seth's injury put a stop to a bunch of stuff. So it's kind of everything up in my head. That's, yeah.
Sure. Really, doing an open challenge. Cool. So that's for tonight, I assume.
Yeah, so this means that Rob and I's prayers have been answered, and they're still doing the U.S. Open Challenge. I'm stoked to see that.
Yeah. SmackDown takes place in Prescott, Arizona tonight, and they've announced that Cody and Drew will be part of the show. They're not having a match, but they will be part of the show. And then you have Tiffany Stratton taking on. I just had it here. Tiffany Stratton is going to be wrestling Kiana James.
Oh yeah, they kind of set it up last week. Kind of.
Yeah. I just forgot her name for a split second.
Yeah. What is your take on Chris Jericho and his potential thing?
Well, I think Chris Jericho is doing the right thing by trying to make the most money he can. Like, he's getting that popularity going. I have a feeling that Chris Jericho. Oh, there we go. Well, I was just going to say that. Subi said Joe Pearl just posted that Jericho is booked for a music show on the night of Full Gear. Where's that music show at? Where's that concert at? That's my next question. But Jericho's, we saw the Fightful Select report. Oh wow, Calgary. So he's not going to make it in, and Full Gear is in New Jersey. So I don't think he'll be at Full Gear. So as far as Chris Jericho, I think what he's doing is pretty smart for him. It's getting people talking. It's making his price go up depending on what he does. I know how you feel about Christopher Jericho. I know a lot of people feel about Chris Jericho. And it's the same thing. Like, it's, I kind of proved, I didn't prove my point, but it kind of made sense the way I saw Andrade return at AEW. How I saw so many people in AEW, or a lot of AEW tribalists, excited, which is, if that's what they want to be, cool. You like what you like. And it's just the point where you get, the tribalism gets weird when you start attacking others for what they like. And I saw a lot of people, like, I saw WWE fans like, we didn't need them, blah, blah, blah. And then I saw AEW fans say, welcoming back with open arms, when before they talk crap about it too. WWE fans are going to be happy as hell to see Chris Jericho back, for the most part, most of them. You're going to see a lot of AEW fans be bitter about it. And if he stays with AEW, those same fans are going to be happy that he stayed. And the WWE fans are going to say, we didn't need him. So he's doing the right thing by seeing who's going to offer him the most money. I think we already kind of know the answer, in my opinion. I think he's going back. I look at the different things as like part of it. I look at the cruise, how there's nobody really AEW associated on it. Like, as of right now, that could change. And I haven't looked at it today, so I don't know if anybody's been added, but nobody AEW-wise is attached to it. There's time for WWE to be part of it, because that was one of the first things that drew Jericho nuts, like kind of irritated Jericho, is how they wouldn't be part of it. They didn't, like Jericho said, they didn't have anything to lose. It was just one of those things where WWE could have been part of it. But
yeah,
I think it would be better for, and we've always said this, we're pro wrestler. What's best for them? Even though like we don't like a lot of the things that they do, we don't like their stories or stuff they're doing. Chris Jericho, what's best for him? I'm all for. If he wants to go finish out in the WWE, go do it. I think it'll be a hell of a run. The only thing I really hope more than anything is that Kevin Owens can be part of it one way or another, because those two made absolute magic. I also would like to see Y2 AJ back together maybe one time, giving that. I know, oh, you got pissed with that look. I know that. You did not like that.
Carry on.
You have... I still got it. I know how to make a woman mad. Anyways, yeah, like I there's a lot of things, because Jericho and AJ had a pretty good feud. But yeah, there's just a lot to it I would like to see. I think Jericho back in WWE would be good stuff. But again, as I've always said, what's best for him is I'm all for it. So, your thoughts?
I'm never 100% certain about stuff, because it's, especially when it comes to wrestling, it's wrestling and it's 2025, so everything's possible. I'm almost certain that Chris is going back to WWE, and I would have no doubts that he's gonna have a wonderful time. I support him, because you go make your money. Like, the thing is, at this point, I'm sure that AEW can absolutely match whatever WWE are offering Chris Jericho, because it's it's the Khan family. So Sean goes out of his way to say this a lot, and of course, it's something that I couldn't have said it better myself. We have no idea what motivates a rich person, because me and Rob, what motivates us is money, because we don't have it and we're working for money. Of course, we're poor. We're working for money. We if I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that we whore ourselves for money, because that's not.
I will.
Okay, you keep your hand down.
$20 is $20.
Yeah, again, nay, it's money. So it's easily said what motivates Rob and I, and the regular person, the simple person, but when you have all the money in the world, which I kind of believe that Chris Jericho does, what motivates you? Is it fame? Is it even more money? Is it comfort? Is it ability to do whatever the hell you want, and free time, space for you to be involved in creative? We have no idea what motivates someone at the caliber of Chris Jericho. So he also has a band. I mean, he's on that schedule. So I don't know if this will work with WWE, but they say it's a new regime. I suppose that they're gonna make it work. Also, what's on the horizon is a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. You guys have no fucking clue the amount of money that we're talking about there. And why wouldn't he want to go back? Why wouldn't he? I have no memory if he ever said anything about Saudi Arabia while in AEW. I have no idea. I also don't care at this point, because whatever, man. Whatever. So when you brought up Kevin Owens, the Festival of Friendship.
Some of the best writing in WWE history.
Probably the best WWE television in recent memory. The best segment to close down an episode of Raw. It was on Raw, right? It wasn't on SmackDown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Las Vegas, Nevada is where it took place.
Yes, the most wonderful thing. And it was so fresh. And it was brilliantly executed. Absolutely flawless. From the decor to the pronunciation, the enunciations, to the facial expressions, everything was absolutely on point. Even the fucking camera work in a time where Kevin Dunn was there.
Yeah.
So this is
Kevin Dunn, in and out.
Yeah. So this is saying something. Brilliant segment. So I'll give you that. Y2AJ, you can go fuck yourself with that. And everyone that mentioned that in the chat, just go fuck yourselves to infinity. Never say that ever. And never remind me of that because it's so stupid, man. Just please, okay? In this state of day of age, I have no use of AJ Styles teaming up with Chris Jericho. They can have a match. I mean, I don't want it. I really, really don't want to see another match between those two. But also, if he does end up going to WWE, if he starts doing a stable at the caliber of like the Inner Circle, on the pretext of under the pretext of trying to build younger talent, I'm going to put my head through a wall, because let's not do that ever again. I don't know what room this leaves for any kind of creative for Chris Jericho. But I don't know. I just don't. Stop it. Stop. Remove that.
Y2AJ.
Okay, let's just talk about Wrestle Dream, man. You pissed me off.
I just made the list. I just made the list. Wait, did you want to do? Did you want to do Cooper Effect before that?
No, Wrestle Dream.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, now I remember. On-air production meeting there. There you go, folks. Wrestle Dream took place last week in where the hell were they? They were in St. Louis, Missouri. Home of
the Arch and everything.
Yeah.
Art, yeah.
Gateway to the West. So that's where that was.
Easily match of the night was Brodito versus Takeshita and Okada. I'm not even gonna talk about the in-ring because I kind of feel like that's a given. When Okada accidentally hit Takeshita.
Shit. Accidentally, come on, lady.
He didn't want to hit him, but he wasn't sad. He wasn't sad that he hit him. And he was like, oh, shit. I popped so much because he was like, oh my God. And he was just just flipping him off like a bit. I don't know, guys. I kind of feel like Okada's having the time of his life right now. It's
maybe,
like,
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he is. I don't know, because like hardcore New Japan fans are shitting all over his AEW run because 60-minute Okada, 6-star match Okada. I don't know if he can do that. I don't know if he wants to do that anymore. So we have no idea. But like what we're getting right now is NIS Thinker Okada. I kind of love this. I mean, I'm having fun with it. And at the same time, for me, it's something fresh from Okada that I don't know. Like I haven't seen it because like I was absolutely unaware of New Japan while his awesome run was happening. Grossly incompetent with that part of New Japan and that time of New Japan. I can't wait for his inevitable match with Takeshita, because the match ended with Brodito retaining their championships, and Brody, damn it, man, Bandito, Jesus, pinned Okada, which was a shocking thing. And naturally, Bandito deserved a unified championship match, and this was the main event for this week's Dynamite. And of course, Okada retained. The entire family came out to celebrate with Okada, but Takeshita got his own entrance music, and he remained at the on the ramp, and he was eyeing Okada, because I don't know if this has to be a Wrestle Kingdom match, or does this happen in AEW? Because this is a wonderful way to solidify their relationship with New Japan if they have that match on
if they do it. Yeah, if they do title for title, I could see it being at Wrestle Dream. But
what
I don't
Wrestle
know.
Kingdom?
Yeah, sorry, Wrestle Kingdom. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Wrestle Kingdom. I could see that. I think the way it's headed, man, that's tough, because I mean, my thing is, can you drag it out that long?
Until Wrestle Kingdom? Yeah, that's a lot of time.
So Brent says, I don't think it'll be title for title. I'm starting to think it won't be either.
Well, it kind of makes sense for it to be title for title, because they both have titles. Well, like, what?
Yeah,
why should only one of them put the title on the line? And who would it be? Also,
yeah.
On the other hand, they can have Okada being the final opponent for Tanahashi at Wrestle Kingdom.
I did like the talk about Shinsuke. That was pretty interesting talk.
Oh, that was Shinsuke. Amazing talk. Amazing.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if it goes. It happens. Like, I'm pretty skeptical about it.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Immensely skeptical. But if it does turn out to be Okada, is this match going to happen at Wrestle Kingdom? This is a legitimate question. Is this a match at Wrestle Kingdom? The final match for Tanahashi?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so if it's Wrestle Kingdom, they have the match previously, and it's title for title, and Takeshita wins the Unified Championship too, with the, which frees up Okada. Also, let's not forget that the C2 is coming.
Yeah, you got that Continental Classic.
Yes.
And that will end at World's End, right?
Well, it has to, right?
Okay, I just couldn't remember how it ended last year or last time.
They can do it like they can do it a different way this year, but like I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what they go with. Tell me what you thought about. Yeah.
Well, Corey makes a good point. He says, I don't make it title for title. Make it an interpromotional story. Takeshita versus Okada at World's End for the unified title. Okada versus Takeshita at Wrestle Kingdom for the IWGP title.
You can do that. That's another way to go. Yeah. So tell me, what you thought about Hangman versus Samoa Joe?
I liked it. It was a good match. Samoa Joe I love watching Samoa Joe, but I also love watching Hangman. After the match, I was like, okay, well, they're just going to shake hands. But then when I saw Powerhouse Hobbs and Shibata come down, I'm like, oh shit, they're turning on Hangman. They're going to turn on Hangman and beat his ass.
Oh, so you knew? I didn't know.
Oh, I had a feeling. But the funny thing is I was watching this with my friend David, and I said, you know what? Powerhouse Hobbs is the new Big Show. He turns heel and face more than anybody.
All the time.
Yeah, he's the new. And I'm not. That's not supposed to be like a shot at Powerhouse. It's just the way I notice it. It's like, come on, anybody else can see that too. How many heel turns has this man had in the past 2 years? You know, like that's my thing. And I'm starting to like. Part of me is also thinking with Samoa Joe, he's at that point now where he's going to be cheered regardless. He's at that point with his career where he's not really a heel like to people, you know, like he's Samoa Joe. That's who he is. That's the way I looked at, like, in a way I'm not comparing their runs by any means like this, but I kind of look at him on the same level as far as like fans cheering for him, kind of like Roman and Seth, because people are going to cheer for him regardless, even if they're heel or face. Samoa Joe's going to get the same amount of claps that he was going to get at the last show that he does. He's going to get the same amount that he gets at tomorrow's show. You know what I mean? No matter what, people are going to cheer for Samoa Joe because they absolutely love and adore Samoa Joe for the most part.
I thought that you were going to compare him to Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I
see what you're saying there, and I guess he would have been a good point too. Because he's at that point where he's going to be cheered, and
no matter what.
Yeah,
like I don't see myself booing Samoa Joe. I understand that he's supposed to be the heel in this situation and everything, but Joe is gonna kill you. Like, it's on you. If you go into a storyline with Samoa Joe, that's absolutely on you. Yeah,
and that's the thing. Like, let's say hypothetically, in a world like, let's say AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe was going to happen tomorrow.
Oh, we'd be like, fuck yes.
We'd be like, like, we love AJ. We both, both love AJ, but damn, AJ, you're going to get killed by Samoa Joe. Like, we know this already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a positive.
Wendy!
But that's because we love Samoa Joe. We love AJ Styles, and
absolutely, and Wendy.
That's the thing. Yeah, and Wendy. Who doesn't love Wendy? But
so Ops turned heel on Hangman, and then the Ops retained their trio championships against the Hurt Syndicate, provided Ricochet distraction. So what this match led me to understand is that the Demand versus Hurt Syndicate is still happening. It did not finish. I kind of feel like Samoa Joe and Hangman are also not finished. Because Hangman wasn't on this show. It was double taping, and they taped Collision, so Hangman was on Collision. If any of you know what happened, don't spoil anything in the chat. Hey, but send us your super chats. We have a super chat from Soupy that we have to read after.
Yep.
So that's continuing, being a thing. Another thing that is still continuing, and I have no fucking idea why, is Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe. The match was great. I never doubted that the match was going to be great. We have two amazing wrestlers, one a veteran and one the future of the company, which puts on matches of the night all the time in Kyle Fletcher. So Fletcher comes out and right out of the gate says that he's done with Briscoe, but Mark Briscoe comes out and he's like, let me give it another go. Okay, let me have another try. And Don Callis says no. We all know this is gonna be a thing, and what I predict that is gonna happen is that they're gonna have one more match, which by that time will be the 18th match that they have.
Mm-hmm.
And and Mark Briscoe is gonna be on the verge of winning the championship, but at that moment, MJF comes back and costs him the title. Because before, this is something that I have in my mind, before MJF goes for Hangman, because this is what he said he was gonna do, he settles the score with Mark Briscoe. This is what I have in my mind. But I'm still pissed off that I'm getting Mark Briscoe versus Kyle Fletcher again, because I just fucking saw it. Can we give it some time to breathe, or anything?
Yeah.
But okay, so the never-ending discussion for lights out, I quit matches and dog collar matches and everything when it comes to AEW. So I'm specifically talking about the Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin I quit match. So I made myself perfectly clear last week that these sorts of matches aren't for me. They never were. I mean, they're gruesome, they're graphic and everything. When it comes to wrestling, I like wrestling. This match was every bit of an I quit match in AEW that everyone expected it was going to be. For me, those sorts of brutal matches escalate, and this is what I said last week. Those sorts of matches escalated last year's All Out with Hangman versus Swerve, the lights out cage match. That is the top for me. Like, I don't know if I can go or is it all out? Yeah, it was all out. I don't think anyone can crack that, because you can make a point out of the match not being so gruesome, but come on, guys, it was absolutely gruesome. But maybe because I was so in love with the story, and this was why I loved the match. So, the online discussion that there are kids watching and you shouldn't put this on television. Well, sweetie, this wasn't on television. This was pay-per-view, and it was on at midnight. So why are your kids watching at midnight? So if they're awake and that they're awake, it should be fine for them to watch this type of graphic content. It's also an I quit match. I don't know what you're expecting here. Like, it's not a regular wrestling match. It's not because it's not about the grabs here. It's an I quit match between two of the most brutal people in AEW. What the fuck are you expecting? I have no idea. Seriously.
Yeah. I thought the dumbest thing about this match was the fish tank.
I really don't care.
I thought it just looked dumb as hell in there.
I legitimately don't care, because I've made it clear that I'm not in love with this storyline. Because I don't know if it's Moxley or Darby. It's probably Darby for me. I don't know. Because up until the match, all that Darby has said was that he climbed Mount Everest and he would die for the company. This is everything that Darby said. I love the segment that they had in prison, which is a sentence I never thought that I was ever going to say. And that's about it, because it was nicely done. It was shot amazing. The acting was really, really cool. And that's about it. Was different. It took place somewhere besides a wrestling building. This is probably why I liked it. I don't know. I didn't care about the match. I definitely don't get the criticism that it's kids are watching. I don't get that, because why are you putting blame on someone else for your kids watching something that they're not supposed to? Because you're slacking and you're not a good parent. I'm so sorry if you're offended by this. If anyone's agreeing with this point of view, because I say this all the time. It's easy for me to talk about stuff like that because I'm not a parent. I've never wanted kids in my life. But for me, parenthood is the most important thing and the most important step that you need to take in your life. And it's probably the hardest thing ever to be a parent, because you have to be so fucking responsible and so careful and so in love and all of these things combined and strict. And I don't know, it's like absolutely putting someone else's needs above yours. And this doesn't mean that you baby that person up until they graduate high school or not, or in their 40s, for all I know, because like there's parents like that. It's like you need to be responsible. Just because you're lazy and you don't like, you want to, I don't know, for it, this is lazy parenting for me. Why are you blaming someone for putting graphic content on? Because first of all, it's pay-per-view. It's not television, it's pay-per-view. You're buying it and you're letting your child be awake at midnight watching something that you goddamn fucking know that is gonna be graphic as fuck. Like, I don't understand where the blame is here. I seriously don't get it.
It's just people looking to bitch. That's really what it comes down to, Maggie.
Like I just did for 5 minutes.
No, I mean, I'm talking like for people that were offended by like what they were doing in the show. Like the people that were offended with Jon Moxley and Darby Allin's match, they don't really give a damn. They just want something to bitch about. So, but we do have a super chat from Soupy. Says, "Let's talk after the show, Rob. It's a joke. Relax." I don't think it is a joke. I will send you feet pics later. So there's that. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, overall, I thought it was a good show, though. What about you?
It was a good show. I definitely, I was glad that I didn't take the day off for it to, to watch it, because like it was nothing wow, you know. It was a good show. It was a good show. I could have gone without the main event being the main event. Still no Jay White.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was so sure.
All right.
I was so sure.
Cooper Frick, here we go.
Yes. Guys, hi. This is kind of wrestling related. So in the last week, Limp Bizkit's bass player Sam Rivers passed away at the age of 48. So it's like, if you're only a wrestling fan and not a new metal fan or whatever genre you want to specifically say that Limp Bizkit are, you're right either way. So if you're a wrestling fan, you definitely know who Limp Bizkit are, even if you don't listen to them, because I kind of feel like they're really important to wrestling. First of all, they were The Undertaker's interesting for, huge
rolling.
Yes, throughout his Biker Taker era. They performed live at WrestleMania, and the most important thing was their song "My Way" was a part of the most awesome video package for WrestleMania ever. I can go out of my way and say the most wonderful wrestling package ever. I know I'm biased because it has to do with The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin's WrestleMania 17, which is probably my all-time favorite match from that era, because nowadays we have so many wonderful matches basically every month, because like we're in the era of peak professional wrestling with wrestlers like AJ Styles, Kenny Omega, Kyle Fletcher, and Will Ospreay, but that is a totally different story. So apparently he died of cardiac arrest. He's been battling some problems over the past years. But it kind of makes me sad because like when I was little, I started listening to Limp Bizkit a lot. So it doesn't, because like when you grow up and you start, reading and researching about your favorite musicians or actors or whatever. Um, let's set aside the fact that Fred Durst is kind of a weird character, sometimes an asshole, of course, but who isn't? Am I right? Uh, but this isn't about him. This is about Sam. Uh, it it's bumming me out because he was fucking 47, man. He was 47, and it sucks because I kind of felt like because like my Instagram reels were starting to get flooded by people attending Limp Bizkit concerts, and it was like they were reborn. They got a new album in 2022. I feel like I don't know if I'm being correct with the years. After the pandemic and everything, and they started touring a lot, and people were so glad to see him on concerts, and they were having a blast during the concerts. Their music might not be for everyone, but it goes fucking hard. And I may not be the biggest Limp Bizkit fan right now as I was as a teenager, because I was fucking in love with Limp Bizkit. But like this is this was an important part of my life, and they're an important part of wrestling simply for that WrestleMania video package themselves. So yeah, Sam Rivers is our Cooper effect this week. Rest in peace. Our thoughts go out to the band, to the family members, and all the fans around the world that are absolutely shaken by his death. Absolute bummer.
Yeah, for sure. I liked Limp Bizkit a lot when I was younger, and yeah, it sucks, but they're a band that's still loved by many. So, and the good thing is about music is it'll continue to live on. So his music will continue to live on, and we wish the best for his family and his friends. So.
Yeah, the Corey said something in the chat. New metal needs to come back to wrestling more. Absolutely, that man. That metal as a whole needs to come back to wrestling, because I'm so fucking fed up with mumble rap. You can go in the bin, okay? Stop it. Or like this, just what the fuck, man? Metal, come back. The moment All Out Live from Slipknot stopped being the entrance theme for NXT, it all went downhill from there. Just fucking.
All right.
Speaking of NXT.
Yeah, we only have a few more minutes, so we're going to go through NXT Halloween Havoc real quick for predictions. Maggie, I'll say the match. You tell me who wins, and we'll go from there. Ready? We will start with Javon Evans and Leon Slater taking on Mr. Iguana and La Parca.
Okay, this is the showing for AAA, probably. I don't see Parca and Iguana winning. This is gonna be a really fun match, a really, really fun match. I want to see Javon Evans doing the springboard huge cutter thingy to the puppet.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm
We're
with
gonna
you.
See that, right?
I hope so, and yeah, I have Javon Evans and Slater winning this. It sounds like that's what you got too.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan Page defending his NXT North American title against Dr. Wagner Jr. in a Day of the Dead match. I'm not sure what Day of the Dead match will be, but
no one knows, Rob.
No one knows.
No one knows.
But I'm going to go with Mr. Ethan Page.
I hope Ethan Page retains here, because if he loses the championship so soon after he just defended it against Mustafa Ali, I'm not gonna be happy about that.
we have Zarya, who's taking the place of the unfortunate Sol Ruca, who was injured last week in a tag team match in Japan, I believe it was. Maybe they were still in Australia, but she was injured in a match against Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. But it has been decided that Zarya will defend that Women's North American title against Blake Monroe. I have a feeling Blake Monroe will be winning her first NXT title. What do you think, Maggie?
This has been a slow burn between Zarya and Sol Ruca. I don't know. I don't know initially and overall what I think about the tag team. From my point of view, the women's tag team division absolutely needs Sol Ruca and Zarya as a whole. But we all know what Zarya is capable of. And what she's doing, her character right now with Sol Ruca is insulting. Kinda.
Yeah. Yep.
So
For sure.
I don't know. I don't know what they're planning and everything. The thing is that Zarya said that she was gonna take Sol's place and she was gonna defend the championship for her. And then she attacked Blake, and then she stood over her with the championship in her arms. And Sol looked a bit worried.
Yeah.
So if she does retain the championship for Sol, does that make her the champion?
That's what I kind of wondered.
And does this lead to further dissension between the two? Or is it straight out her losing the championship, Blake Monroe wins the championship, walks away, and then Sol Ruca enters the ring and starts consoling, Zarya. It's okay. And then Zarya destroys her.
Yeah. That I think is I think that is going to happen.
I think both ways are absolutely possible. I kind of feel like I lean more a bit with your theory because the other one takes thought and process and time, and I don't know. I don't think that they care.
Yeah.
I don't know if AI will agree with that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think Blake Monroe is going to get this title. But I like how you said that about after the match, will Zarya have some issues? But I think Blake Monroe wins the title that night. We didn't really say Ethan Page, did we? We both think Ethan Page wins, right?
Yeah.
Or did we already say? Okay, I couldn't remember if we said.
No, okay. We said he retains.
It just seemed like we went by that one so quick. I forgot what we said. We will move on now to the Hardy Boys defending their NXT tag team titles on the Hardy compound in North Carolina in a broken rules match against Dark State. Maggie, does Dark State get these titles back? Or get these titles, rather?
If Dark State enter the Lake of Reincarnation, do they come out as Chase U?
That would be fantastic.
I mean, it's only
but broken. Yeah,
I agree. I seriously have no idea. Hardys win.
Yeah, I agree with Bonkers. Broken Hardys for the win.
Yeah, I feel like this is a safe bet. But Hardy's winning those NXT Tag Team Championships was the wrong way to go in my eyes. I don't think who needs to put over young talent anyway when you can put the championships on the old timers. Yeah. Am I right, guys?
I see where you're coming from, yeah.
I'm still pissed off.
Oh, it's not the compound? What do they call it? They changed the name? Oh, Matt said on his podcast that the match isn't on the compound. Oh, okay. I thought it was. That's where they... Oh, weird. Matt said on his podcast that the match isn't on the countdown. Okay, so it will be in Arizona. Okay, good for the fans there.
So they're not going to come out as Chase U, so that sucks. Okay.
Mm. Yeah.
That's why they're going to lose.
The Hardley compound. Jesus Christ.
The Hardley compound.
It's a broken rules match. Now I'm just getting confused. I thought I said it was a broken rules match.
Yeah, but it's not on the compound.
It's not on the compound. Okay.
What does a broken rules match mean anyway? There are no rules because they're broken?
You know what? I don't know anymore. As we can tell, I just don't know anymore. I don't know what's real. I don't know what's the truth. I just know that that match, I think the Hardys win. There, that's all I'll say. It's a broken rules match. Hardly. Oh damn! Please laugh. I got nothing. Okay,
Basically,
it's a street fight.
Yeah, I know, I understand, but like, why do we need like 1,000 names for us? The same stipulation.
They do it so they can confuse me because they know it's not hard to confuse me.
Oh, okay.
That's why they do this.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Anyways, let's move on. Let's get rid of this horseshit. This is why I don't like talking NXT. Hell, where were we? Oh, JCJ defends her NXT Women's Championship against Tatum Paxley. Maggie, do you think Tatum wins this NXT Women's Championship?
Well, this is another match that can go either way, and of course, it's the women's match. So I can see Izzy Dame costing Paxley the championship because she would be about to win, and Izzy would get absolutely jealous and then cost her the match, and then kick her out of the calling. Or Tatum can win the championship because they made such a huge deal with her promo on this week's NXT. They made such a big deal of her finally. I finally did it, and I'm like, what the hell did you do? You just stood there in the ring while 2 other people eliminated themselves. You didn't do anything. You just stood there. It wasn't like, what are we saying? I did it for this. Okay. By the way, I love Tatum Paxley. Before someone, attacks me, I feel like she's leaps and bounds ahead of what she was last year. Her character is wonderful. I'm invested in everything that she's doing because it's a bit close to home, of course. So, or she can win the championship, and this can lead to inevitable Izzy Dame turn heel on her, because for a while there they had Lyra on the show. I don't know if she in some way, because like Izzy can try getting to get involved, but Lyra can come to the rescue for her friend, because when Paxley won the Battle Royal, and Izzy had a strange look on her face because she understood that Tatum won and she didn't, and then Lyra sprinted to the ring to celebrate with her friend. So I can see Lyra being a part of the storyline here too. I'm gonna pick. Oh damn it! I don't know. I know they always do this, so I'm gonna pick JC Jin retaining her championship here, because like,
okay,
when they sense that people are incredibly behind someone, they go, no, fuck off, and then just nope, just don't.
Not yet. Yeah,
not yet.
I think in this case they are going to go with Tatum Paxley, but then we are going to see Izzy Dame afterward attack Tatum.
And after she attacks her, she gets the number 1 contender spot, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how they roll in the WWE.
Thing that you don't like?
Yep, the thing I don't like, that's what they're going to do.
Okay.
And then we go to the main event. Ricky Saints. For the first time, I said it on the show right the first time. Ricky Saints defending the NXT title, heavyweight title, against Trick Williams.
Listen, this match better be a slapper. Because it has all the ingredients to be an absolute slapper. And if it doesn't end up being a slapper, I'm gonna be fucking pissed off, because both of them are incredible. Ricky Saints has more in-ring time than Trick Williams, but Trick Williams has has that explosiveness that people are so keen on getting behind. I do tend to get behind Ricky Saints more because I'm so biased. I will never shut up about this. I cannot wait for inevitable Carmelo Hayes versus Ricky Saints to just fucking take my money.
Oh, you're talking like eventually seeing Carmelo Hayes
Eventually,
and Ricky Saints. Gotcha.
Eventually on the main roster, yes.
Okay.
This was always a dream match of mine when it comes to WWE versus AEW.
Okay, gotcha. So are you saying that you think that Trick Williams and Ricky Saints need to make the sacrifice to make it a good match?
No, you just
okay. I just was looking for a reason to play that.
You are just simply that was not a good one, Rob. That is you boo 0 points for that.
Yeah. Well, hey, like I said, I was just trying to find a reason to play that.
Yeah.
Sean Gardner says, "Hey Rob, who beats JC?" I think it's going to be Tatum this week, and if it's not Tatum, I don't have any damn clue who it's going to be. So,
I don't think it's going to be Tatum. Or if it is Tatum, and I will be absolutely glad if it is Tatum, not now.
Ricky wins over, returns, Trick gets called up. Thoughts? I do kind of like that idea.
I do miss Ubofemi.
This is what I want to happen. I know I'm going to be probably in the minority here, but I would kind of like Trick Williams to be the one that tells Carmelo, "Hey, let's get back to what you were." Like he's the one that gets the Miz out of the picture and shit like that. And that's how you get Carmelo back. Like you put him on that level where he steps it up. You put him back with Trick Williams. There you go.
So he's in a tag team in NXT. Well, not a tag team, but like he's with someone in NXT. Then he gets a singles championship, and then he turns on that other person. They fight, and then he gets called up to the main roster. He's a singles competitor, and then he gets paired with another one in a tag team, and then they turn on each other and then fight. And now you think that the initial person from NXT comes back, helps him beat the second person that he got. Rob.
Because it's the WWE.
That's stupid, even for WWE. That's stupid. Like,
let's
get out of this vicious circle. Work. No, if Carmelo Hayes does not need to be involved in a tag team all the time.
I'm not saying he needs to be a tag team. I'm not saying they need to be a team. Like, they don't have to do tag team, even though WWE would make them do tag team matches. I get that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying
if you have a friend backstage, you're in a tag team, i.e., never on the show because they don't give a crap about the tag division.
You think the Bearcat Keith Lee would have had this issue with Adam Cole as his man? Sorry, too soon. God. Could you imagine that horse shit if that ever happened?
I can, because we will never understand.
Yeah, we could have almost got it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maggie, how about you plug your shit?
Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, shit, we didn't say who's going to win.
Ricky Saints retains.
Yeah, Ricky Saints wins there. Okay,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much for joining us on this long-ass show. After the show is done, before I plug my shit, please leave a comment below and to help our awful algorithm. Thank yous are always Rob and I appreciate you a ton. Everyone that keeps sending super chats, you have no idea how much it means to us. Leave a comment below is absolutely free, so you can absolutely go ahead and do that. You can follow me on Twitter, X, whatever, at Maggie_IK, on Instagram at Maggie.IK, and on Bluesky if you guys are still doing that at Maggie-IK. Also, on the True Heel Heat channel, for every basically all the premium live events and pay-per-views, apart from the NXT ones and Bump and TNA ones. But you can probably catch me there for predicting with SP3 for a bunch of shenanigans, 2+ hours of shenanigans. Rob?
Well, Maggie, I got jokes. So here we go. This first one, I can never remember if I said this one. So let's just go with it. We'll roll with it. Maggie, I got fired from a sperm bank because every time someone walked in, I'd say, "Get a load of this guy." Hey, it took you a minute.
You've never said this before.
Okay, good. I can never remember all my jokes. That's what's bad. Okay. A man has been shot with a starting pistol and beaten with a relay baton. Police think the attack was race related.
I didn't understand this.
Okay.
Don't
man has been shot.
It, please. No, please don't explain. It's explaining it. I will just never understand it.
Okay, are you familiar with like track and field, like when there's racing, like
no.
arms, like a arms race? What the hell am I talking? Okay, well, okay, that went over your head, but I'm sure somebody in chat got it.
I'm sure that people. I just don't get it.
Okay, that's good. All good. Okay, Clown liked it. So, okay. Maggie, why did Stephen Hawking, rather?
Oh no!
Why did
no!
Stephen Hawking only use one-liner jokes?
Why?
Because he couldn't do stand-up. And my last one.
You had to go there.
Yeah, of course I did. In a job interview, I was asked, "Do you perform well under pressure?" I said no, but I do a pretty decent Bohemian Rhapsody.
Under pressure.
Guys, you can follow me at Rob Wilkins on X. I'm also on Instagram at Fightful Rob. Want to say thank you for tuning in to us this week. We appreciate you. Next week, we will talk about NXT. I'm assuming how Halloween Havoc went down. Maybe not. Maybe we'll get lucky and
probably not.
We will also talk about the upcoming Saturday night's main events featuring Jonathan Cena and whoever he wrestles. Have they decided? They have not yet, but we will find out. We will talk about, we'll probably pretty much just preview Saturday night's main event. We'll talk about AEW Dynamite, all that fun stuff, and whatever happens in the wrestling world before then. But want to say thank you again for tuning in. We will see you guys next week for another episode of Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. We hope you have a great weekend, and we will see you soon. Peace out, my friends.
Thank you for tuning into this episode of Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. You can listen to many of our previous episodes on your favorite podcast platform or view them at youtube.com/FightfulOverbooked.